Story 1. Updated, my wife left me and our daughter for a guy we met at the mechanic shop. Original post, we've been married for 5 years. We have a 4-year-old daughter. She has 2 other kids from a previous marriage. They are pre-teens. About 2 months ago, we went to the mechanic shop to get her car serviced, and the guy there kept talking to him and looking at him. I ended up talking to him because I had a Raiders jersey on, and he said he was a big fan of the Raiders. Anyway, I work 10-hour days that she absolutely hates. But she is a stay-at-home wife. I pay all the bills, so I have to be away. She was seeing this guy we met at the car shop every day I was at work behind my back. 3 weeks ago I came home, she wrote me a text saying she was gone, and she's in love with this guy, and she believes this is her soulmate. This guy, I did my research, has no place to stay, so they have all been living in the car I pay for in different parks. The sad part, she left her 4-year-old behind and took the other 2 kids that are not mine. She has blocked me on everything. Family members have sent me posts of her saying how much she is happy now and in love with her sexy man. It hurts to the core. I can't eat, sleep, or function at work. Worse, my daughter cries every night. Thank goodness my sister's mom has stepped up to take care of her while I'm at work, and they watch her full-time on the weekend. It's like I'm numb and don't know what I did so wrong. I took care of her, loved her when she was sick, loved her children. The worst thing that she said I did was work too much, and that I didn't have time for her. Well, sorry, I'm the one that's paying the bills that sucks so bad. The other worst part is last night, she had the cops beating on my door. When I opened it up, it was her and the cops. They were escorting her in to get her things. I'm so glad her daughter was sleeping. She gathered up some more clothes and said, "Toss the rest, she'll never be back." I looked outside and the guy she's with is sitting in the passenger seat. I am beyond livid. Oh yeah, she texted me this morning saying, do I have gas money for her, and I will pay the car note, and maybe she will talk to me face to face. But this is the only way. I didn't respond. I am numb. Yes, I work a lot. I'm sorry I didn't have time to take you to the movies or a special dinner, but we have never been hungry one day. Have a beautiful house, and I always give you anything you ask for. Why not communicate so I could have worked on being a better husband and father? My wife is so beautiful, I thought. I was lucky, but now I see the real her. Some important information. How they met. She was homeless when I met her, living in her car. My friend threw a party, and she came with her friends. I did not know this woman. When I woke up the next morning, she was in bed with me. I'm talking laying under the covers, fully clothed while holding on to me. We didn't have sex and I was drunk. It's like she picked me and latched to me from that day forward. So many red flags looking back. She had a beautiful, fun personality and really attractive. I was wrong. Age, 39, wife 35. Mechanic guy, 23 or 24. How was she before she met the mechanic guy? She really did take care of her house. She was an amazing cook. She cooked every night and always took care of me once upon a time before she met him. She really seemed like a good mother and a caring wife until she got upset. The last 2 months she was withdrawn, and I thought it was because she was worried about something she wasn't speaking about, but it was because she was really yearning to be with him. He had her attention. How many hours he worked? 10, maybe 12-hour days with a commute time of an hour each way, but I make good money to provide them with a house, food, and clothes. They never had to ask me for anything. We had it. Sorry, I couldn't go to a concert because I was too tired, or the movies. Maybe I should have tried harder, but why not just tell me so I can try to change instead of this? It's shocking and numbing. About their daughter. She did not ask once about her daughter last night. Didn't check in on her. She hasn't seen her in 3 weeks. She has a doting mother that always called her daughter my sweetie, my baby, my Nina. Always kissing her and hugging her. She was such a good mother, and the SHT was all an act. How? She is ice cold. It's like a switch went off, and she's at 0 cares. How can I ever tell my daughter about this chapter in our lives? It is blowing my mind. Thanks for all the listening. I have no one to vent to at the moment. Feels really good. 13-year-old twins. They are 13-year-old twins, love them to death. They are really good kids with some anger issues, but they have been dragged through a lot. They were finally stable with our lifestyle, now she ups and does this. Drugs. No, she doesn't do drugs. Not when we were together. She was a heavy weed smoker, but I don't smoke, and we would fight over this because she did it around her daughter, while on FaceTime with me at work, and I went into a rage, so she stopped the last 6 months. She didn't touch weed, at least not while I was at home. Other drugs? No, never. As long as I've known her, but who knows? I question everything now. From what I can see, they both love to smoke weed, which is what she does 24/7. I do not smoke and I hate it. We ended up fighting about this all the time. From the pics she's posting on Facebook, they both seem to be stoners. If Oop's wife is mentally ill, my wife might be mentally ill. I realize the signs now looking back. I first met her at my friend's house. She was there with her friends and we all got drunk. When I woke up the next morning, she was in bed with me. We didn't do anything, and from that day, she has been with me. It's like she's attached herself to me and came on like a hurricane. She's physically beautiful, but yeah, cold-hearted. People warn me. Whether Oop's wife worked? No, she has never worked since I've known her. She said her dream was to be a stay-at-home wife. But even when she would complain, she was bored of it. I said she could get a part-time job, and she said no, she really doesn't like to work, if being honest. Yep, she'd always complain about being bored or just unfulfilled. I said, well, you could get a part-time job. She acted like that was beneath her. So I have no clue what she really wanted. She would shut down and tell me to stay home more. That was impossible with the lifestyle we were trying to give the kids, and she is very high maintenance, so nothing was ever good enough. I don't understand her and probably never will. Where they are currently living. From what her sister is telling me, yes, they are living in different parks. And last night when she came with the cops, she was getting all the clothes she could carry. A week ago they were in a motel, I presume paid by him because I closed the accounts and said the debit card was stolen. She has no money. Wife's ex-husband, the story she gave me was that her ex-husband beat her and abused her, so she was happy he abandoned her. I believed her, but now not. So much as I've never met the man in the last 5 years, yet his kids have been in my life. Yes, I guess I was a fool and I admit that. I was a sucker for her beauty and her fake love for me. Some other relevant information. She has sisters and a mom. She's not close with her mom or her sisters except one. So she might take her, but she's younger, kind of living her life in her 20s. Just graduated from college. They don't have their bio dad, just me, so I don't think they would go to foster care, being honest here, but I would take them in if I could. I just don't want the drama with her. If she can just leave me and the kids and go, then I'd be good so I can start to heal. This is too painful to deal with at times. Yes, the car is in my name. I pay for her phone bill as well. Thanks you all. I'm scared to turn off her phone because my son left his cell phone here in his room, and I believe my daughter has hers on her because she posted on Facebook a very sad message. Then she blocked me from looking at her page because I was leaving her messages. I think it was her mom that did. I literally have no contact with them except today she took me off block from her phone to text me and call. She completely iced me out. The kids started school a few weeks ago, but now I don't think they are going because their backpacks are in their rooms. I looked in all their clothes, she only came to get more clothes for her. Yes, I am calling CPS to see what they have to say. Have to be honest, I was hesitating, don't know why I'm so scared of her reaction. Now for the updates. Update 1. I met up with her at a gas station by the house. When she was crying on the voicemail, I gave in. Sorry, I'm only human, I do love her, but I'm done with her now. When I got to the gas station, I was shocked to see her, as I think people are right that she is on drugs. In just 3 weeks my wife was already small, but she is bony now, and my wife always dressed beautiful, even casual. She was in literal sweatpants rags, but her nails were done whatever. I gave her $200 for food and gas. Her guy was in the car as well as my kids. I said I will take the kids please, they can go to school and have your family pick them up. She said no, she wants her kids with her, that they are no longer any of my concern. This led me inside as I've been their dad for 5 years. They call me dad, and I love those kids with all my heart and soul. She refused to say if they are in school. Don't worry, I called CPS today and left a voicemail. I said you have another kid, remember? She says yeah, I love her and miss her, but right now I do not want to be in her life and need to respect that and get over it. She is better off with you. She literally said I don't want to be in her life. I said, you're in love with that guy? She said, yes, she is. She made that clear. She doesn't want to talk about it. I said, okay, I want a divorce. And she said no, she doesn't want to discuss that either. She does not want to give me a divorce. Well, shocker, I'm getting in contact with a lawyer. Then she says I must pay the car note on Friday. I said nope, not gonna happen, or your phone bill. She said he will pay my phone bill, but you will pay my car note, it's my car. It's in my name though, so that will be a fight for me in the future, whatever, not arguing, bye-bye. But the craziest thing, she says I love you loud as hell as I walked away. I didn't even turn around or say it back. That was it for me. Oh, my birthday is tomorrow, and I asked if I could take the kids out to eat with me. I plan on going to my favorite steakhouse with my daughter and family. I would love for them to come. She said absolutely not. So I said, are you really sleeping in parks and why? She got upset and said I need to mind my own business. So yeah folks, thank you so much for all the advice. I was scared to call CPS, but I did it. I must feel like this is a long emotional battle that I'm already drained of. Update 2. Yep, and now she's calling again saying she wants to meet at our storage sometime tomorrow so she can get her stuff out, but I don't trust it. I'm not meeting her anymore, that's it. My lawyer will deal with it. Update 3. My son called me tonight on her phone to tell me happy birthday. Weird that she's letting him use her phone to call me of all people. I asked him where he was. He said that they are staying at this guy's mom's house for the night. They are staying in a one-room at his effing mom's house. I felt like snapping even though I'm cold and over the situation. I'm beyond angry at her for putting them in this situation. I did tell him I loved him. I left CPS yesterday, but will try to get an appointment to go in person. I'm out of work for 2 weeks to take care of my little one. So I will do everything in these next 2 weeks that are important, but I'm so drained emotionally. Sometimes it feels like I'm quicksand. Update 4. Busy day, went to the school and spoke with the principal. She says my kids have been going to school and missed a few days. Well, I'm shocked honestly because I didn't think they had clothes because their moms still have their backpacks and clothes in them, so I'm confused. However, I told her the situation and she called DCFS. I called and talked to them as well, also called my wife's mother who really couldn't care less, but it was a good try. I made a fake Facebook page and obtained photos from my stepdaughter's account of the 4 of them taking pictures in a dark park just a few days ago. The park overlooked the city, so I was trying to see where it was located, but it was very dark except the flash from the camera. They were all smiling and taking tons of pics, so that is proof that they are sleeping in random parks and are not stable at all. Still trying to find the perfect lawyer, called a few places. My stepson called last night to wish me happy birthday, and he said they were at the guy's mother's home sleeping for the night. That is all he told me before hanging up. I have not heard from any of them after that, even though she claimed yesterday I needed to meet her at the storage so she can get all of their things out. Thanks everyone for the words, messages, and concern. Update 5. My wife showed up at the house demanding car payment money Friday night. I told her I was not paying it, and she said that she wants to talk about coming back to me. I said no, I do not want you here, please leave. There is no car payment money, I am not paying it. She refused to leave and brought the kids into the house. I called the police and they came. She said it was her house and I told them the situation. They asked her to leave and she said okay. She told me that she will be filing for divorce on Monday, and I told her I already have a lawyer working on it. As she was pulling out of the driveway, I see a van at the end of the driveway, and it's her guy driving waiting for her. Our daughter was not home. On the weekend she likes to stay with my mom, and I'm thankful she was not there to see the big drama. Not that her mom even asked about her or asked how she was. I told the cops my kids were living in her car and they need to go check the car because she has everything in the back seat as well as her dog living in the car. She lied, and they said that they were living in a motel, and all of that stuff in her car was from her taking it from the house when she left. She went outside and talked to the cops. I'm so over the drama. When she came into the house, she was acting very weird. It was at night and she had on sunglasses. I told her to take them off, and it looked like she had a black eye. I asked her what happened, and she said it was from lack of sleep. She looked a lot better than the last time that I saw her though. So nope, I did not pay the car payment. I feel guilty. I know people wanted me to report it stolen, but I feel like my kids are going through a very traumatic time. The principal of their school as well as CPS have all the information. I wouldn't mind taking the kids in and raising them myself, but I feel like right now they would be better off with her family, as they are aware of the situation as well. So tonight I get a ding. It's her asking, can I pay for medicine for my daughter because they are all coming down with COVID or effing flu. I ignored it and I went back and forth about blocking her or not. For some reason I can't. My daughter called and she did sound stuffy, so I said, can we meet at CVS? She said yes and we meet. I buy them some stuff. He was not with her. I also bought them some food. She said, can we talk? I said no. As soon as I get back home, it's my son texting from her phone asking me, can he come visit me next week? I said I really don't know. You should focus on school and I will see them soon. This is very draining for me. I'm feeling like I might block her number for now at least until I meet with my lawyer next week. I am feeling extremely guilty not paying the car payment but standing my ground about it. Thank you guys again. Update 6. Well, she's back begging to come home. She says she's sorry and she's broken up with a guy. She called me to pick her son up. He told me he's tired of sleeping in the car. He's tired to run away. I told him he can come home and he's here now. She let him come. My daughter says she wants to stay with mom. Shortly after I got a text saying she's sorry and that it was a bad decision. How she's been alone this past week. She's talking about suicide, saying she's done with life. I told her she can't come here. I'm sorry that the guy is treating her badly today. I thought that they were doing good and she said I really don't know her. She was having a nervous breakdown and mental issues. She didn't know what to do but run. I didn't respond, but my son is here guys, I'm so happy. Story 2. Husband 37 male invited his wife to come stay with us, while I 32 female would be recovering from post-C-section without discussion. My husband is from India. I'm from the US. We live in the US. His mom came in 2021 for 6 months after I had my son. I knew ahead of time. I was told wrongly that she'd be coming to help me recover and help me with the baby. My son was exclusively with the boyfriend, so she can't help with the feedings. He rejected bottles. She changed 0 diapers in 6 months. 0. When I'd finally get to leave the house for 30 minutes to run errands, which is rare, she'd call within 15 to 30 minutes because son was crying and I needed to come home. She cooked curry for my husband every day is so cool. There's one thing that I didn't have to do, laughing my ass off. I don't love curry, but while I do make it almost every day, I don't eat it. Especially when pregnant and postpartum, it just doesn't sound good. Today we were talking about how I'm keeping my own family in the dark a bit, not giving exact due date, etc. They're very nosy and we're not close. There's a history there, but it's not relevant to why I'm posting. And he talked about how his family will be here when I give birth. I was like, sorry, what? He's already discussed it with them. It's apparently already a plan. They will be here when the baby is born. I'm only 13 weeks right now. How has this even been discussed already? I had asked him to wait until we were at minimum 12 weeks to even tell them that I was pregnant. We don't get an ultrasound here until week 12. I didn't want have to explain if something happened. He told them at week 4.5, so he didn't tell me that he was going to tell them either. I only knew because I got texts about it. I'm so sick of coming last to everyone. To my own family, I've always been an afterthought and non-important. The scapegoat, etc. Now to my own husband, my feelings don't matter. They're not important because all that matters is his precious family, not me and their feelings. I don't want to be vulnerable post-C-section and come home to people in my house. I don't want anyone here. I want to bond and take care of my baby. He doesn't care. I've been crying about it all morning because I legitimately can't believe he just decided this was okay to decide. His family and I don't even speak the same language. When we go to India, I'm basically banished to the room we sleep in. I can sit in front of the room and watch the dramas, but I don't watch much TV at all, and I just get chastised if I'm on my phone. I can't leave the house without it being a big ordeal because I'm white and they live in a rural area and everyone stares. Bad eye, they call it, and causes issues. I can't wear what I want to wear if they're here. I have to wear full-length, full-sleeved nightgowns. I can't wear leggings or pants unless my ass is completely covered, like to my knees. I have to wear specific jewelry every day and have my hair pulled back. I literally never pull my hair back. I hate it. This seems super unreasonable to me, but my husband is acting like I'm in a hole and mistreating his family. What about me? What am I, the incubator? Am I not family? Why don't I matter? Please tell me I'm overreacting. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Now for the comments. Tell your husband flat out that no one is coming to stay in your house after your baby is born until you and the baby are ready for it. When they do come, it sure as hell will not be for 6 freaking months. If he doesn't like it, too bad. If he presses the issue, tell him he can go to India and stay there permanently. As far as what to wear, you wear what you want. You wear your hair the way you want. This is your house, not theirs. If they don't like it, it sucks to be them. You can't understand their complaints anyway. Time to find your inner mama bear. This person says I sort of feel like he will just invite them behind her back anyway. He's already demonstrated that he doesn't care about keeping promises. She could threaten to kick him out, but may not be able to legally follow through. I think she should probably make a plan to now stay somewhere else after giving birth if necessary. To be very frank, I think that she should make that permanent and start divorce proceedings. Considering her husband is in a hole who doesn't respect her, but I understand that's not an easy choice in the midst of a pregnancy. You need to get a plaque to hang up where it can't be missed, written in their native language that says, "My house, my rules." I point out to husband that the global health situation is different than it was for the first child, that everyone absolutely will have to produce proof of vaccination for COVID, flu, DTaP, and whatever else. Check with your doctor for the list. Then insist that they spend 14 days isolated in a hotel room before they visit, or they could wait until any kind of illness isn't dangerous like sane people. Personally, if they came anyway, I would absolutely lock myself in the master bedroom with a baby toddler and some shelf-stable food. That's probably over the top though. I am pissed on your behalf and make stupid decisions when I'm angry. Someone else rightfully commented about how much it hurts to cough when you've had abdominal surgery. Something that helps a lot with pain is carefully holding a pillow over the area and pushing down on it a bit when you know you're going to cough or sneeze. Gives a bit of support.